I gotta see how this looks with you as tall as me.
I know, I'm actually taller than you right now.
Eye to eye.
So guys, just in case you were wondering, I'm actually standing on a box. I'm not really this tall, but you know, maybe I'll just be eating my vegetables.
Veggies help you grow. So, speaking of nutrition, another hot topic is intermittent fasting. Another thing where a lot of people just jump on it without knowing what's going on with it, how to do it, and we're gonna have Kathleen dig in a little bit for you.
Yeah, it's exactly what I say when people are like, what do you think of intermittent fasting? And I'm like, well, another can of worms. Cool. So intermittent fasting can be a great tool to help you heal faster. It can improve digestion. It can improve your insulin sensitivity. It can improve a lot of things. Overall health, long-term health goes along those lines too. There are different styles of intermittent fasting. You know, some people do a 12-hour fast every day. Some people do a longer fast once in a while. Some people do a week fast once in a while. It just depends. Depends where you're at. Depends on what you're going for. It depends on how well you've set yourself up for that fasting too. Something I talked about with Mike not long ago. It's okay to do fasting and intermittent fasting, but if your body is not prepared for fasting, if your body is completely carb dependent, and now you're asking it to go a long period of time without A, carbohydrates, and B, other fuel, what happens when you're carb dependent already is you're going to tank pretty often. You get that low sugar kind of hangriness where you need food or a nap or coffee, those kinds of things. What essentially that means is you're not metabolically flexible. You're not burning fat and carbohydrates for fuel. So unless you are metabolically flexible and you know that when you run out of carbs, you're not running out of energy. You now switch over to fats and you have those fats to burn. That's number one. Number two, like, are you digesting the food that you're eating? That's really important too. If you're not digesting those foods, you're already kind of nutrient deficient. You don't want to then fast as well. And number three is, why are you doing this? Are you doing this for weight loss? Are you doing this for long-term health benefits? And how often? Because when people string fasting together and they're not eating enough, it becomes a starvation diet. So what we don't want to do is just constantly restrict, restrict, restrict. And what happens is also when you restrict is you're eventually going to just fall off the wagon because your body is so depleted, it's craving everything, and you can't just stop those cravings. They're there for a reason. So making sure that your intermittent fasting plan is set up for you and what your goals are, and also that you're eating enough when you are not fasting, that your body is healthy and doing all the things it needs to with those nutrients.
Right. And then what would be a good way for people to get their bodies ready for a fast?
Doing something, I call it the metabolic balance diet. So there's a protocol that you can go through to kind of rebalance your metabolism and get your body burning fat and carbs for fuel. Maybe I could do that as a challenge sometime.
I like it.
All right.
I like it.
Stay tuned.
All right. Click the link below, reach out. We can answer some questions. Let's get better.